guys, it's Nikki and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning in my Aura Estelle A5 wide, and if you see my hands, like if I'm kind of talking with my hands, it is because I did film the first half of this video chatty, but then about, I don't know, 20 minutes in, I could tell how downhill it was going, so I decided to just finish out without talking and go ahead and do a voiceover. So I attempted a new planning style this week, or not new, but I wanted to try to add in like some new elements, which I'll talk about in just a second. But I am showing you guys here, this is the Wordsworth planner. This is what I've been using here at my house just to kind of keep track of anything going on like through the weekend, because I do work on the weekend as far as like editing vlog footage, filming and uploading plan with me's, and design work or anything to do with like the back end of the website. I do all of that throughout the weekend while I'm here. So I do like to have just something with me where I can kind of keep track of what I'm doing. We did update our logo this past weekend. We went back to the original version, or not the original version, but the version that we had used for years, but just changed it a bit and made it rose gold. I had just decided I loved the new envelope logo, but it wasn't my favorite as far as how it looked on images. And we also have, or I have, and Mom and Mike and Colby have, apparel with the old logo on it. And I want to have some more of that done, and I really prefer the older logo as far as that goes. So anyway, we did switch back, if you are wondering. And I also did a giveaway on both Instagram and in the Facebook group just to kind of celebrate that. That ended last night, though. I did pick the winners last night. So that was another thing that I had written down in that Wordsworth planner. But anyway, so I am using our lavender Luxe kit this week. It is so cold here. We did have a really nice day yesterday as far as like it got to like 45, but it has been so cold and I am so ready for spring. So I thought I wanted to use a kit that was a little bit more spring-like and just kind of some brighter colors. Or I guess not necessarily brighter, but just more, you know, spring-like colors. Also, it is currently 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, and I'm just now having my coffee, so I apologize if this video is rambly. But anyway, I wanted to mention, I said this in the Facebook group, this is going to be the last, or this last week was going to be the last week that we use this format. I added the icons into the kit a couple of releases ago, hoping that it would be something that we were able to keep. When I did some test prints, I was able to get them done, but now that we've printed like a few hundred of these kits, it's just too difficult with the alignment because we are not able to print the kits with the laser printer being the registration marks. Instead, we print with the inkjet for kits, and the reason for that is if I am able to get the icons perfectly cut by doing the registration with laser, then the half boxes and everything else are off because those were printed with inkjet. Some like technical reasons right there. So anyway, we will be switching back away from this format. I did post the newer format in the Facebook group. It's very similar to the old one. There's just a couple of new items in it, and I am going to play around with it a bit more. But another reason that I also wanted to get away from this format, we are offering the $12 base kits as far as the full box sheets foiled and the date cover sheet is foiled, but the rest of the sheets are unfoiled. And that puts us at 3 different kit types. So we've got Luxe, base, and then micro. And what I want to do is go back to just having the one version as far as the base, essentially. This used to be the base version, the one 4-page kit. I'd like to only have one of those and then have micro. So I wanted to do the redesign where it wasn't going to be so much of an issue as far as alignment goes. The way that most of the kit is, like the other 2 pages or the kit before I ended up putting icons in, was there's the ability for there to be a little bit of wiggle room with alignment, and you can't tell by looking at the kit that it was off a bit. So with the icons, it has to be 100% perfect or it throws the whole thing off. So what I wanted to do was create a version of the kit that could have a little bit of wiggle room, kind of the way that it used to, and then do that kit as a deal. I think what we're going to do is have them as $12.95 for the first weekend that they're released. Don't quote me on that. I have to make sure that we're able to do that, but I think that we can. And that is super exciting to me, to just have the one and to be able to do the deal like we used to do. So that was kind of my thought process behind changing these kits. I needed to fix the icon problem, and then I also really wanted to have a version that we could do the deal on every week. So now that I have my base down, I was just showing you guys where my inspiration is coming from. So I saw this spread from Shantae Plans, and she does the most beautiful layering with her stickers. So it was Shantae Plans as well as Gathered Plans that I had kind of seen some spreads, and I thought that looks so good. I want to try to layer my stickers like that. So that is what I am trying to do in this plan with me, and that is why I ended up cutting the audio, because I just was having a very difficult time. And I also want to say, one reason I was having a problem was because I didn't really have stickers like that I needed to layer with. I had some, you guys will be able to see, but I want to design some stickers specifically for layering, and I think I'm going to release them with $2 Tuesday that will be going up today. And yeah, so I did some, like you can see here, this first box, I kind of tried to do something. I will say mine does not look like theirs. I need to practice more, but I do think it would be helpful if I had stickers that were kind of more intended for layering. So that is something that I'm about to work on. As soon as I'm done editing this video, I'm going to go ahead and design just some like shapes and whatnot to use in my planner, and I'm going to list them for $2 Tuesday as well. I wanted to do some that have just kind of like a foil outline, as well as, I don't know, just like maybe some clear foils. Floral foils is what I meant. Or any other just kind of like more dainty clear foil I think would be good for this. But yeah, you guys check out their Instagrams. It's Shantae Plans and Gathered Plans. I believe they have YouTube channels as well. They just have the most beautiful spreads, and that's kind of what I wanted to try to do. It just didn't really work out for me. But yeah, so that's why I did end up cutting this audio. I do really like how my spread turned out. It did come together really nicely. But it definitely wasn't quite what I was going for, but I just think I needed more. I also needed more scripts. I didn't have a bunch of my bow scripts that we have in the shop in rose gold. I had a bunch of silver and I had a bunch of gold, but because the office is no longer here at my house, I wasn't able to just go and print some for myself, but that is something that I want to do in the future. So if you guys have any YouTube channels or planner accounts that you follow that do kind of like that layering style, leave them for me down below because I would love to see some more. I was just basing kind of off of a couple of pictures that were on Shantae Plans and Gathered Plans Instagram that I had seen that I was like, that looks so stunning, the way that they have like layered the stickers on top of each other. It's definitely not really my planning style. I feel like my planning style is much more simplistic, at least what I would normally do, but I do want to try to learn how to do a little bit more of the layering. So if you guys know any channels or accounts, please leave them for me down below so I can check them out. And then another thing that I'm working on is my, like my pen, do I want to say penmanship? I guess. Normally when I write in my spreads, I would use like my normal writing, and I think it ends up looking a bit messy. So I wanted to do, I've done this in the past, do kind of like an all caps type thing. I think it looks a lot cleaner. I wish that I could do hand lettering, but it's just not something that I'm good at. And this is something that I can at least do that looks a bit cleaner. I tried to use as many foiled scripts and icons instead of writing in the planner as I could, but I had to do a few things. You can see I did Monday and Tuesday without writing anything, and then by Wednesday realized I was going to have to write some. So I do think though that this style looks just a little bit cleaner. Again, if I could hand letter, that would be amazing, but it's just something that I've tried over and over again and I can't get the hang of. It's just not for me. I also did pull some older items from the shop into this spread. Those leaf header overlays that you guys are seeing, I just had in my stash. I did release the vine header overlays for $2 Tuesday last week, and I think I'm going to re-release these for this week. But that was another thing that I saw a lot of in their spreads, was using the like header overlays for separation, or maybe they were dividers, I'm not sure, but that is something that I used to do a lot of, and I wanted to try to do that again. So I think that's something else that I'm going to try to bring more of to the shop, is just some either dividers or like header overlays. I mean, they're essentially the same thing, I think, but I really, really love how those look, and I like using them for separation as well. And then that bow drop overlay that I just put up was from a couple of $2 Tuesdays ago, maybe a month ago. I want to start bringing back the $2 Tuesday items after $2 Tuesday and having them as just regular items after they're at that special price, because there's a lot of them that I really want to keep around. That floral banner that you see over on Thursday was a $2 Tuesday item, and that's just something I would like to keep in the shop all the time. So I am going to be updating our listings so that after $2 Tuesday is over, they can just remain in the shop as a normal priced item. Okay, so I am finished with my spread. I'm going to pop my inserts back into my Aura Estelle planner, and then yeah, I am done with this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.